Hello everyone, Miss Scylla here. I hope that you guys are enjoying your weekend. So today was an extra fun day for my family because we got to visit our friends, Gabe, Olivia, and their son, and also got to tour their beautiful and wonderful garden. So also we got to walk through and Gabe showed us their hugelkultur beds. Now hugelkultur is a horticultural method and it's a way of gardening. It's done by burying or mounding logs and other biomass. Then you add, I think, grass clippings, leaves, compost, topsoil, and then you plant on top of them. So he actually has, I think, 3 going. So in this video, you will see those. So he took us on a little walkthrough. And my husband and I have been very interested in starting our own hugelkultur. So doing it this way will also feed the plants over time as the logs and all the biomass degrade over time, but also as the logs or the big pieces of wood that are put in these mounds, as they break down over time, it also produces heat to warm up the ground or the soil, and also helps with nutrient retention as well as moisture retention. So I think it's a really great method of gardening. So instead of getting rid of pieces of wood or log in your yard, if you're cutting down trees, you can utilize them to make these garden beds. So here is a video. I wish it was longer. My phone started to run low on battery, so I kind of ran out of time, but hopefully this summer we'll get to visit them again or sooner, and we'll have a better idea on how it works when things are flourishing and growing again. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day and happy gardening. Okay, so Gabe, can you tell us more about this hugelkultur bed?
This is a really old tree
Okay.
that like naturally died or was cut down before I lived here, and it's rotting. And so then we put like 6 inches of soil on top and planted stuff in it. So you've got actually this is cool because these started to run. This is lingonberry.
Lingonberry.
There's
okay.
2 there, and that's smoky fennel. The blueberries.
Lots of perennials.
Yes, lots of blueberries.
And this is that chocolate
berry.
berry.
That's
Oh
the
my
one
gosh,
that
it's huge.
I gave you. Yep, and behind that is a lilac.
Okay.
And then at the bottom there's those edible mushrooms, wine caps.
Okay. Nice.
This is the first one that we built with tons of logs. Like it's, I think, 18 foot long, and it was 6 foot tall. And then we just keep putting more soil and planters on top. This is some sort of thornless.
Berry, like
Yeah, it's like a boysenberry, I think.
Boysenberry. Okay.
There's a aronia bush there. This is a Chinese raspberry.
I see some, I think, lavender over there and rosemary.
There's lavender. There's a lot of lavender. That's rosemary. There's lavender right there.
And there's your bay.
Yes, that's
Bay
big.
leaf.
This is a.
Oh, it looks like a purple color.
It's a purple tree color. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. This is more lavender. This is some garlic that my mother-in-law like planted. That she didn't realize you needed to break apart the bulbs, and she planted the whole thing there. Like, but this is like 3 years ago, is when Ben was born.
Wow. So keep coming back.
They just keep coming back to the same spot. It's just funny. That's the blueberry that you recommended.
The Perpetual.
Yep, thornless raspberry.
There's more kale here.
There's more kale. This is black currant. This is the evergreen huckleberry. This is a contorted mulberry. This is it's called bearberry, but it's also called knick. They make like a smoking tobacco out of it.
Oh, okay. Is that native to the Pacific Northwest?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And then there's some thimbleberry in here, some gooseberry. This is a thornless primocane blackberry.
Okay. Nice.
And then that one's best. It's the like best producing one that we have. Yeah. Which is basically we dug in and put these vertical logs, and I think they wick up
the moisture.
Right.
Okay. And
then there's a frame along the outside that we kind of staked in.
Okay.
And then we plant stuff on the sides. There's the perennial root crops, like oca.
Yes. It's not a South American plant.
There's
okay.
oca, and then another one called like crow's nest. Like the oca's right there. The crow's nests are in here.
Okay.
And then, so this one has a lot more like soil than other ones. It's kind of like a frame with some wood at the bottom, and then those things vertically.
So it's got more nutrients than the other ones. That way it's producing better. Okay.
And then this thing,
okay, the tire,
garden. The bottom foot or so was actually wood.
Okay, got it.
And then obviously
then you have that beautiful olive tree in the middle.
Yes.
Looks like some garlic or onions. Okay,
there is garlic, and there is the walking onions.
So these are some kale. Now they self-seed if left in the ground, so that's what they do here. They just leave them to self-seed and they come back. So they're almost like a perennial. Walking onions. I think they got lots of garlic over here.
My friend he's got like, it's actually really big. Just piled up a bunch of logs. Some of these have turkey tail, and there's some oyster mushrooms in here, so I didn't cover them up with dirt.
Nice.
Because it does produce it. Like, you can actually see some mushrooms over there. I don't know what.
So this is how you pretty much start a hugelkultur, right? It kind of looks like
ideally
similar?
you put a lot more dirt as you pile it up.
Okay.
So it's like wood and brush and then dirt. This was just a pile of logs.
Are these?
They might be turkey tails, but they're not in good shape. I think they are turkey tail. Careful behind you. Got that. But yeah, technically I could just like cover this up with wood or with soil and grow stuff. There's a filbert.
Nice.
This is a filbert hazelnut that just doesn't care about being cut down.
Hazelnut.
Yep.
You can use those to start one, right? To start a hugelkultur
or to like build a
bed.
raised bed or garden path. It's just a whole bunch of cherry and maple.
Okay.
Sweet Sicily.
Sweet Sicily. Okay, they taste like
I'm gonna give
fennel.
you two because that one cut through the big root, but I think it's fine. But good.
So on our visit today, we were gifted some plants. These two here are called Sweet Sicily, and they taste just like licorice. It's a perennial herb, so it'll come back every year, and I think it grows to about 2 to 3 feet tall. So it's like a shrub type plant. It's got beautiful foliage. Look at that. And also they gave us this huge fig tree. Look at all those roots. And I think the tree itself is about, I'm thinking about maybe 8 to 9 feet. And Gabe said that this will bear fruit this year. So I am so excited and so grateful. So not much going on in our backyard. Most of the trees and shrubs are still dormant, except for kale and some of the perennial herbs such as lavender, rosemary, and I think even the lemon balm and mint are producing right now. Those are little fig trees in pots. Tons of kale still going on here. And some baby ones on the ground. These are Russian kale that self-seeded last fall. So we have tons of baby plants that I'll be transplanting throughout the garden. And it looks like the garlic plants are emerging already. See that? So some of these are elephant garlic, some are hardneck, I think it's called music garlic, and also purple Italian stripe. I just want to walk over here to show you where I'll be planting that fig tree. So it's going to be going right here in front of that fence. So it gets about 8-10 hours of sun, sometimes more in the summertime. So it's a great location. It'll get full sun. The 1,000-head kale. Very impressed with this variety. So if you have not grown this yet, might want to give it a go. Such a great prolific plant. The leaves are huge. Now this one here is a dinosaur kale that's, I believe, crossed with another kale plant. So it's got the same texture as the dinosaur or lacinato kale, except the leaves are wider. So beautiful though. Look at that, tons of leaves. And I got a couple more of that 1,000-head kale right there.